Welcome to the Dan Sports Tips Daily Fantasy Preview Show for today, on the 21st of April. We're looking at the Major League Baseball slate on DraftKings today. The pitchers. A lot of good pitchers on the hill today. Top of the shop is Clayton Kershaw for the Los Angeles Dodgers, 13,600. He will set you back on DraftKings. That is a lot of money, but he does get the light-hitting Braves, and you are getting the best pitcher alive. 20 strikeouts in 22 innings pitched this year is below strikeout levels for Kershaw's career. It's just about whether or not you want to tie up 20% of your budget in one player. The second pitcher is Max Scherzer. There's enough to put me off Scherzer in this one for 12,400. He has had some difficulty this year against light-hitting teams such as Atlanta and Philadelphia. He draws Miami today, who can hit, although they haven't been lately. He's struck out 20 in 20 this year. That's below career average for him. The Miami offense is the best he's faced, and he hasn't looked great so far, although he has enjoyed success against the Marlins. 12,400 is more than I'm willing to pay for Sir Scherzer today. David Price of Boston for 11,600. He's another pitcher who hasn't been fluent on all starts this year. He does have a great record at Fenway Park. Not so good against his former team. He's got an ERA over 4 against the Rays, though they haven't scored many runs at all, ranking dead last in baseball this year. You know that Price is good enough for 6 or 7 innings, 8 strikeouts. I'd certainly take him over Max Scherzer today. Jake Arrieta of the Chicago Cubs for 11,400. Great American Ballpark isn't a great ballpark for a pitcher. Arrieta's been a picture of consistency when he's been on the hill. In a small sample size at Great American Ballpark, he has allowed 8 runs in 2 visits there. I don't know that I would use him today because I think it looks like a low-scoring game, and I wouldn't be shocked if he ended up with a no decision rather than the win. And with so many good pitchers out today, those are the small margins really that you've got to judge them by and separate them out with. Gerrit Cole for 10,300 of the Pittsburgh Pirates has a great matchup with the light-hitting Padres in cavernous Petco Park. Cole is from the West Coast, and he always does pitch well when travelling to the left coast. He's generally good for close to an inning per strikeout per inning pitched. He looks in prime position to get what's been a disappointing season for him so far going in today's matchup. I certainly think Gerrit Cole's worthy of a play today. Johnny Cueto, the San Francisco Giants, is 10,100. His strikeout rate is higher than his career average so far, so we can maybe expect a little bit of regression there, but bar one inning, he has been very good for San Francisco this year, and the Diamondbacks have yet to catch fire, really. It's a solid and unexciting play, but I think, for 10,100, Johnny Cueto is someone you can plug in and get what you're going to get from him. The next few in the list, I wouldn't touch Dallas Keuchel, James Shields or Edinson Volquez with stolen money today. All have got question marks, either from last year with Shields, where he allowed the most home runs in baseball, including I think it was 17 in appearances at Petco somehow, down to terrible records against today's opponents. Volquez and Keuchel have not performed well against their opponents today, respectively. If they're going down the list, there was one more pitcher that I'll look at, which is Brandon Finnegan of the Cincinnati Reds for 6,400. If you want to shop in the bargain basement today, this is probably where you go. The lefty has 1 strikeout per inning. He's got upside against the Cubs team that does strike out above average. If he can control the free passes, cut down on the walks, then there is potential for him to certainly maybe even squeak a win against Arrieta today. Because it looks like a low-scoring matchup, because Cincinnati aren't going to score that many on Arrieta, and if Finnegan keeps it under control, he does throw strikes, he does have good stuff, he will make them swing and miss, the Cubs there. So I think Finnegan for 6,400 is probably your value play at pitcher today. Check back later on for your stack of the day.